Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Angela, this Creole Roots girl. I'm Angela. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing great this Sunday morning. Today I'm meal prepping for 3 to 4 people. We're gonna have some vegetables. We're gonna do a vegetable bake with some eggplant, yellow and orange bell peppers, some tomatoes, zucchini. It's gonna be an explosive dish. We're not using any pasta for this dish. It's gonna be almost like a lasagna or a casserole, but it's gonna be health friendly. And also, we're gonna do some baked salmon, and we're doing what I wanted to share with you all along all week is my blackened chicken nuggets. They're gonna be naked, no flour, any of that. So we're gonna go ahead and do some blackened chicken nuggets. Like I said, we're meal prepping today. Thank you so much for joining my channel. You can like, comment, subscribe to my channel, invite others. Also, I'm gonna be having on my page in the next few videos or so you're gonna have to watch to be a winner with all things New Orleans. I'm a New Orleans girl, Creole roots, born and raised. All things New Orleans. I'm gonna have some trivia questions. You're gonna have to answer them. You're gonna have to subscribe to my page, inbox me to let me know the answer. And like I said, I'll give you the results on Friday to see who was the winner. So please keep following my page. Like I said, invite others. We're doing everything New Orleans style, Creole roots, okay? So today I'm gonna start off with my vegetables, and I'm gonna get them chopped up. We're gonna put them in the oven. Then I'll go ahead, prep my salmon with some. It's not gonna be an overload on my salmon because one of my clients did go out of town, and no telling what that person ate this week. So I'm gonna make sure I fix things by giving him a very healthy diet, okay, to get back on track. So I'm gonna start by putting some olive oil on my pan, prepping my pan first. If you want easy cleanup, then you will line this with foil, but I'm not worrying about that today. I'm here in my kitchen. It's still pandemic mode in these roots, so what I'm gonna do is I have all day. I'll just clean it up as I go. So I'm gonna start off with my eggplant. And for people who have issues with autoimmune disease, nightshade foods are not good for you. So you will excommunicate this out of your diet. But we're gonna go ahead and get this set up. Like I said, I'm meal prepping for not just one person, but for 3 to 4. And thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna get this set up. We're gonna roast these vegetables on 400 for about, I say 20 to 25 minutes. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want my vegetables soggy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do them because I gotta put them back in the oven. They're gonna go in twice. So in order to alleviate the stop the mushiness, and you want them to maintain their crispness because you gotta double bake them, I'm not gonna put them in the oven for so long. So I want them to be good and wholesome, but don't lose the health benefits of them either. Even though I'm gonna be using some cheese that is not really what I wanted, but I thought I had more of the white mozzarella cheese or even provolone cheese, but I ran out, so I'm gonna just use yellow cheese this once. But I'm also gonna use Parmesan cheese in this dish too. So I'm just going ahead chopping up my vegetables, and be looking on my page, like I said, for different recipes. You can even inbox me or comment on what you would like to see me cook. And we'll go from there. We'll do just what you're asking for. Then I'm going to place this in a casserole bowl. Okay, this one. Okay, this one's not really good. So I picked a bad one, you guys, on this one. So we'll just use one of those. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead with our zucchini. You know, those kind of things happen. So I picked the wrong one in the store, but it's okay. So we're gonna go ahead with our zucchini. Zucchini is very good for you. Like I said, this is very weight friendly, healthy dish that I'm creating for you today. Veggies and fish, protein. Salmon has a lot of good amino acids and fatty stuff for you. It's very good for people who work out like my sons. My sons like to maintain a healthy lifestyle, a nice looking physique. And I raised them that way to care about how they look, you know. So having a rich diet coming from New Orleans, Louisiana, period, with people who love food, rich food, all types of food. So we celebrate for mainly any day, really, family, friends, and there are so many different events that happens in New Orleans. We have several events. New Orleans, the Big Easy, they celebrate. They celebrate for everything. They'll celebrate for a funeral. They second line for funerals, to send the person who passed away home. We have celebrations for carnival time. We have events like in the summer, our major jazz events where people come together in our African American culture. We have our Indian culture where they celebrate right around Mardi Gras time. They start off in the middle of the season for Mardi Gras. So it's a real good place to go if you want to have fun, see a lot of main attractions and do things out of the ordinary. Then that's a place to go. So just join in with us. There's nice places like the lakefront. You can all go hang out there on the lakefront. You can go crabbing, fishing. There's so many things that you can do. And we're just getting this ball rolling here. I'm cutting up my yellow bell pepper now. And like I said, New Orleans people, we really know how to have fun. We know how to come together. We know how to make things happen. We make something out of nothing most of the times. But one thing we have always done is celebrate family and friends. And we come together as a unit. So I enjoyed my home. But sometimes you gotta move past things. But at the same time, everything's great. You can always go home and visit. But I'm here in Texas, creating roots here. Creole Roots is creating roots in Texas, bringing New Orleans style to Texas. What you said about that? Nah. So when we were young children, even teenagers, we would go fishing on the lakefront with my dad, my parents. That was a summer event. We would go crawfishing. We never had to go to the store when my dad was living. He had everything you needed to go get your food out of the sea yourself. So he didn't really need the help of other people because he had all the equipment to celebrate. And we would come home, get a giant pot, and we would just have a good time. Real good time. So I'm going to talk about our Indian culture in New Orleans and what we do in our Indian culture in New Orleans. So let me get this over because I gotta put some broccoli. We're gonna add some salt and pepper. We're gonna add some salt and pepper, olive oil on the top. And it's gonna be good. Yeah, but we would get together. My dad had all the equipment to go fishing. You know, we would celebrate like that. And on the weekends, the young guys would come out on the strip of the lakefront where all the beautiful houses at and things like that. And they would sport their cars, their fancy cars. They'd cruise down the street on 10 with the beautiful cars and the music blazing and everybody out having picnics and so forth. It was really a nice lifestyle, nice childhood. They still do it probably to this day. People take trips to the lakefront and just enjoy the water. People are fishing out there, crabbing. So it's an experience you really want not to miss because it's great. You know, they have things people say about New Orleans people, but guess what? We're the most sweetest, humble people you ever want to meet. So thank you so much for joining my channel, but we talking about Indians now. So our Indians, they do something. There's rituals in New Orleans all the time. That's just the rich culture of them having so many different roots from France and different places like that. So many different people have come there to live, and that's where our heritage come from. It's a soup bowl of different folks from all over the world. Jamaicans, Haitians, Creole folks, a mixture of all kinds of things. So Indians, for one thing, who were there in the land, every Mardi Gras, they do something. But there's something in preparation before Mardi Gras that they do. So every year, they will go out around September and they will show off their suits. It takes time to make these suits. It really does. Preparation starts from one end to the year to the beginning of the next portion for Mardi Gras. So they actually hand make the suits that you would see the Indians wear. But they will come out and they will celebrate and they would sing songs and they would dance, and they have the war dances and the big chief, and these suits cost a lot of money because they're creating everything handmade and beaded in New Orleans. So they will come out during September and they will call it Super September because they will come out on a Sunday and they would show off the suits they made, and they would get celebrated in preparation for the year coming up into Mardi Gras. So after Mardi Gras, they would, retire those suits and they prepare and get ready for the next Mardi Gras. Those suits can take up from the Mardi Gras day to prepare. Takes a whole year up into the next Mardi Gras. So they would sing songs and they come out and they dances, and we would watch Big Chief, who had plenty of fire water. I love those songs. They just do something to you. They come out and they make you feel so good. And it was just a pleasure to actually be involved in something so rich and profound, So the Indians are one of the things that just It does so much for you. Then we have so many different cultures. I'll talk to you about them all. But right now, we're going to put a pause on our culture and how our celebrations come about. We have different ones. They all combined into one, but we have so many different ways to celebrate. And I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to start seasoning my vegetables with some pepper and salt. And I'm going to douse them in some olive oil again. Like I said, we're going to cook them about 20 minutes. Not long, because I don't want them to lose their great form and taste. Okay? So let me see what my salt is. I'm always losing that salt. But I got it, you guys. So then I'm just going to add these in. We're going to get some garlic out and some tomatoes. And I'm going to put some olive oil on here. I was thinking about using coconut oil, but nah, I don't want coconut oil on this. It would be good to fry the blackened chicken in that, but right now I'm just going to use good old olive oil. Don't worry, I have more. I keep olive oil. So get these vegetables in the oven. And then we're going to put them in a casserole dish. I'm going to start with the tomatoes and stuff. We're going to puree some tomatoes and with some garlic and a little seasoning. So these are our vegetables, 400 degrees, you guys. Look at that beautiful display. That is broccoli, yellow and orange bell pepper, zucchini, and eggplant, and we have purple onion. So I'm going to put this in the oven on 400 for 20 minutes. Okay. Then I put them in the oven. I'm going to set my timer. I don't want it to go over. I'll do 25 minutes. That'll work. We'll do 25 minutes. So that's 25 minutes. I'm going to get this board cleaned up. Then we'll start the tomato puree with the garlic, a little seasoning. So. Okay. So we have our clean tomatoes right here. And it's not going to be many, so we'll get our tomatoes in here. Let me rinse this out, just in case, since I haven't used it. Get the little elements out of there. And then I'm going to get my fish in the oven in just a moment, but I want to make my puree. Oh, I'm knocking my beautiful magnets down people gave me. So, I'm going to go ahead, get my tomatoes chopped up. It's not going to be a full puree, just a little bit. And get this off of here. I don't like to add the butter to tomato where it grows from the vine in. I don't like that, so I cut it off. To each his own. Some people do, but I don't. So I'm just not going to do that. So I'm going to add my tomatoes in here. We're going to get them in our Ninja. Then I'm going to salt and pepper or season them with some Creole seasoning. You know how I love that Creole seasoning, you guys. What my shirt say? Big Easy New Orleans, Creole Roots, baby. Yeah, we love Tony Saturated Creole seasoning. So, I'm getting this in. There you go. So, here's my tomatoes. And we're going to put, like I said, Parmesan cheese is going to go in there. And we're going to also put some, I guess, mild cheddar. That's all I have. I didn't want to, but I'm going to. because I'm not gonna stop the video to go to the store. So let's get over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start blending. I don't know if you can see it, but there it goes. So we're gonna start blending. Let me lock down. Add these in here. Tomatoes. We're gonna add some garlic in there. Let me get my garlic out. I keep garlic. I love garlic. So that's another thing that's good for you. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon and a half, probably. Put that back. Then I'm gonna add a little Creole seasoning. Let's see. A little, just a little accent, just a little bit. I'm gonna get the lid on. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on. Is it locked all the way? Now, I think now we got it. Okay, so we crushed them up. We got our stuff in there. Let me blend it. Okay, I think that did it. So now we have our tomatoes. Oh, it smells so good. That Ninja is so good. It's powerful. Just look at that, how beautiful that came out. So I'm going to push this to the side. And then we'll get you back, push you back a little bit. Thank you for working with me, because I want you to see everything I'm doing in my kitchen today, you guys. So while that is going on, we're going to get our salmon set up, because I got that set to the side until the vegetables are ready. Now we're going to go forward with our vegetables, okay? So I'm going to, like I said, I'm doing healthy, you guys. So I'm going to use some lemons. I have some good lemons here. I'm going to use a little bit of this, not much on my salmon, because I'm also going to add some, just a little taste of it. I already seasoned, I already coated my pan with olive oil. And I'm going to put my fish in the oven. I'm just lightly seasoning it with the Tonys, okay? And then I want to do, I don't want that one. Let's see. I have the lemon. I'm going to try this Caribbean today. Mrs. Dash Caribbean. We'll do that. And where is my dill weed? We're going to use some dill weed too, okay? So the more flavor the better, but so long it's not salty, the more flavor the better. So on my salmon, we have dill, we have a touch of Creole seasoning, and we're going to use Mrs. Dash Caribbean, and we're going to top it off with lemon, okay? So New Orleans is a place you can go to have fun. There's the Riverwalk. There's Jack's Brewery there. You can watch them make candy. There's all kinds of shops. You can get so many different types of food there. Or you could just visit the Audubon Park. There are so many different places to go. But Super September is a great place to go. If you want to see the Indians in their suits, man, it's the most beautiful thing. They dance, they walk, it's beautiful. They sing songs, it's wonderful. You want to go around Super September Sunday. That's one of the most major attractions. They perform under our bridge in New Orleans. It's a beautiful thing. It's just wonderful. There's so many different tribes of Indians. You got to see that, okay? So I'm going to get me a lemon cut up here. And, well, this one's too small. Let me go down a notch. So we're going to get some lemons put on here. And then we're going to put this fish in the oven. I like to cut them in sections like that. And we're just gonna bake these, not too long, but long enough. Fish doesn't take that long to cook. When you see the fat rendering off it, it's almost done. You don't want to overcook your salmon. It could become dry. You want to keep your salmon moist, you know. And I did coat each fillet with some seasonings, but they all blend together. And there you have it. Let me just show you what we're looking at here. This is our salmon fillets. We're gonna put them in the oven and let them bake for no more than 15 minutes. I'm gonna just add some more olive oil. If I could get it open, you guys. This is a new one I haven't used just yet. But we're gonna get this drizzled on in here. Olive oil is good for you. Coconut oil is good for you. These are not gonna be in the oven too long. And like I said, just a few. And then I'm gonna squeeze some lemon in here. And I like to use real butter for everything as well. I don't use margarine. That's not real butter. It's not healthy for you. That's the thing where the cholesterol comes from. And I don't want no cholesterol problems, so let's do it right the first time. Real butter is so good for you. It won't hurt to have real butter. It may cost a little bit more, but the benefits and health are great. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my fish in the oven. And there you have it. We're gonna start, while I'm waiting for that to cook, we're gonna start getting this pan heated up. This black iron frying pan, which I love. We're gonna do some blackened chicken this morning, okay? So I'm gonna get a little cleaned up over here, then we'll season up the chicken nuggets. We're doing chicken nugget bites this morning. Let me get my hands washed up. We're doing chicken nugget bites, you guys. Vegetables, fish, and we also have some brown risotto pasta. So we're doing healthy, healthy, healthy today, okay? Using white pasta goes through your bloodstream too quickly, raises blood sugars, the carbs are astronomical. Even though brown rice and brown pastas and brown breads might have a high carb content, it goes through your bloodstream slowly, and it balances out your body, so you don't have to worry about sugar spikes and things like that. It goes through your body at the normal process, so you won't put on extra calories and things like that. It's very good. And you just want to try to do things right. Food can taste great, abundance of flavor in food, those things, it works out. But you have to work on eating right. And you can eat right, you just have to work on it. I know everything's not gonna be like you want it, because you want that good old fried chicken, but they have air fryers now. You can use an air fryer, which I'm never going to. I don't see the benefits in having another appliance in this house. So I'm going to just stick to the stove top like I've been doing. I'm old school. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't mind cooking. I don't need it done fast, even though I know how to do it fast. And it still come out real good and perfect, but we good. So I'm going to start. I'm going to put some of this stuff up I don't need. So I'm going to make my blend. I have fresh chicken nuggets here. See, they're all chopped up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do salt, because we're doing blackened chicken. I'm going to do a little accent. Brings out the flavor and everything. I know people say it's not good, but I use it. Not all the time, just on certain things. I'm letting my pan heat up with the olive oil, and we're going to do a butter mixture, okay? So it's going to be olive oil and butter mixture, okay, in my pan. We want to coat that pan up and get that pan rolling. We have some cumin here. I'm using ground cumin. Okay. I have some onion powder. And it's always good to heat your black iron frying pan up in advance. Okay, you want that food, you want it to circulate all over. I'm going to even put a little adobo in here. That won't hurt either. So, then I have cayenne pepper, paprika. Black pepper. Some people use white. I didn't have any, so I'm going to stick with the black pepper. It's okay. You got to compromise when you have to, right? So I'm going to use some Mrs. Dash. My pan heating up real good. And I need my cayenne pepper. Of course, gotta have that cayenne pepper, baby. That's right. And of course, I'm gonna put a little hit of Tony Saturate. Yeah, gotta have that hit. Baby, you don't know what you're missing. Let's get it. Let's get it. Haha. So, I'm mixing all this together. And I'm not going to crowd the pan. Remember I told you about meat. Instead of your meat doing what it's supposed to do, if you want it fried, you don't want to crowd it and make it sweat. You're not steaming fried chicken. So you don't put them in to where it's just so much the meat can't fry and circulate. The air can't get through and circulate and fry correctly. So we have our pan here ready. It's getting there. I hear it cracking that pan. We have our seasoned meat. See that? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get my hands straightened out. And then I'll be back in a second. I'm Just get these hands straightened out. Once my vegetables are done, we're gonna get that in there. And let's just see here. These pans get hot even to handle. So I'm gonna swirl this around, mix all that together. See that pan hot? Saw that? Yeah, that pan cooking. That pan ain't plain. So I'm gonna keep washing my hands periodically because I'm fooling with this chicken, raw chicken. Gotta make sure you wash your hands. Don't put your hands in your face or near your mouth, because you don't want to get sick. Raw chicken, raw eggs can make you sick. Gotta be careful with that. So I'm just getting my chicken pieces in. Like I said, we're doing blackened chicken nuggets. Boneless blackened chicken nuggets, okay? So they're in the pan. We're gonna let them go. They're supposed to be, I gave it some space there. We're gonna let the meat rest in the pan. We're not gonna disturb it. Then we'll start moving the things around, processing. But right now, we're not gonna disturb that meat. So we're gonna get our vegetables out in about 6 minutes. We're gonna put the tomato puree on there. The cheese is Parmesan cheese. Put it back in the oven with some olive oil. And we're gonna let the good times roll, okay? Good times gonna roll, okay, in this kitchen. We love to eat in this kitchen, but we're gonna eat right, so we'll be okay. And won't have to have so many trips to the doctor, you know? So, like I said, my sons, they like to eat good, but they like to eat healthy. So, I'm just cleaning up my board, making it sparkle again while I let that chicken rest. I'll be checking on. I put my fish in just in enough time to where my fish will be almost done when I pull my vegetables out. So, yeah, once I pull my vegetables out, then we can, go ahead, get the vegetables all mixed together with some more olive oil, the tomato puree, and the cheeses, and then put it back in the oven, and then we'll have a good thing going. We'll have a good thing going. My dog, y'all, he in my way. I'ma hurt him. He always needs something. That's the most needy puppy ever. So, let me just go ahead and start stirring my meat. It's looking pretty already, you guys. It's working it out. That's why you shouldn't disturb your meat. You want your meat to brown on one side. And I'm going to go ahead and put the meat to the side so I can cook more once this is done. Because it's chicken breast doesn't take as long as dark meat would. But you don't want to overcook your chicken breast because you want to keep your meat moist and tender. Because most people don't like chicken breast because people don't cook it right. They overcook it and it loses its moisture. But you want moisture through and through, so when you go back to heat it up and eat it again, it still kept its moisture. So, cooking chicken breast is not hard. You can also, season it up, marinate it overnight. You can put a brine on chicken breast, let it sit for 2 days. That'll be the most moist chicken ever. I'm telling you, you will enjoy your dinner. So, I'm letting my meat, like I said, don't disturb it, because you still have to keep on, you have to watch it, but don't disturb your meat. Let it brown on both sides. It's supposed to be blackened chicken. You don't want it light skinned. It's blackened. So we just got this going here. And I'm going to be pulling my vegetables out and assembling them in just a few more minutes. And I'm going to let you see that while my chicken is cooking. So then we have, like I said, we're going to be doing a risotto. And I'm meal prepping. Here's my risotto. I pre-cooked my risotto already. It's brown risotto pasta. Looks like rice, but it's not. It's risotto. And then we're going to do some broccoli in that as well. And that'll go, you know, as a meal prep. We can add some corn to the risotto, but corn has a lot of carbs too, so I don't want to really put those two together. So we'll stick to broccoli. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put my broccoli in some water. Not too much water because, like I said, this is a healthy start today. Trying to keep things on track. And everything's looking pretty good. So I'm going to add some water in here. And the risotto is going to have butter and garlic in it. I'm not going to cook my broccoli real long. I'm going to let it cook on high heat. So it's time to move some of this meat around. You want it to cook even, but like I say, you don't want to overcook your chicken. You want it to maintain moisture but be tender and full of flavor. And we have here, I'm going to pull these to the side and I'm going to start the next batch. But we're doing blackened chicken today. So then I'm going to assemble it. And there you have it. It's time to pull out my vegetables. And we're going to get another. We're going to get another thing of chicken in. Let me just get my gloves out. Yep, my fish is almost done. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is beautiful. Good old roasted vegetables. And we're going to put them into a pan. Let me just let you see that assembly while my meat is getting together. We're going to get them in a pan. Let me get a spoon. We're going to get them in this roasting dish right here. And like I said, they still have a little crunch to them. I like that because they got to go back in the oven. And you don't want mushy vegetables. People don't like mushy vegetables. So, here are all my vegetables. Just going to stir them up. Yeah, that's coming out beautiful, you guys. I'm just stirring up my chicken. It's almost ready for me to put my, adding a little Creole seasoning here. Just a little bit. Then we're going to add Parmesan cheese. We're going to also add the tomato puree. Oh, that's some vegetables right there. The tomato puree basically is tomato, a little seasoning, and garlic. And we're going to bake this in the oven like a casserole. And we'll just stir this in here. You see how that's working out, you guys? Then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. We're going to add some regular cheese. But first, let me just go back in here and get this chicken out, and then we'll go back to that, okay? Like I said, we don't want to overcook our chicken. So I'm placing it into another pan to the side. And it's almost time for me to pull my fish out. And I'll let you see my salmon, you guys. My broccoli is already going. I gotta have a crunch to my broccoli. Just adding more chicken. Getting things moving in this pan, you guys. So, I'm adding my cheese now. I put my chicken in, my second batch. I'm adding my cheeses in here. And I'm going to stir this in. And then this is going to go back in the oven after I add my parsley on top. It'll go back in the oven. And there's your vegetable bake. So this is a pretty healthy meal. It has a little slight bite in there from tomatoes and stuff. And I'm going to put this back in. Here you have it. Pull my fish out. You don't want to overcook your fish either. Check that salmon out. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see that, you guys? Look at that beautiful salmon. So, I'm going to pull my board back out. Leave that salmon right there. And then we'll go back to the stove. So, we have our broccoli in the oven. We have our chicken bites, blackened chicken bites on the top of the stove. And like I said, I don't want to overcook my broccoli. So while the chicken is doing its thing, we're not going to disturb it until it's time. It should be at least 3 to 5 minutes on each side for this chicken. I'm going to pull this water off my broccoli. And then I'm going Where is it? Here it is. I'm gonna add this, and this is gonna be mixed in with my risotto, okay? Oh, that's okay. So the broccoli's gonna go in with the risotto. But this is garlic, butter, herb. I need to pick up this top, and we're gonna wash that top because I'm not done with that. So what I'm doing now is, while I'm waiting for that to finish, we're gonna get this meat stirred, switching it over. Yeah, that's coming out so pretty. Blackened chicken is going to be with the risotto and the broccoli. And then we're going to have the fish. The salmon is going to be served with the vegetable bake. You know, the vegetable casserole. And that's going to be a meal prep meal for everyone. So, we're getting everything cooked. Things are looking pretty good. My son is going to enjoy this Sunday meal, so is my clients. And if you want me to meal prep for you, you just don't feel like cooking or you can't cook, you can hit me up. You can even join me in my kitchen, and we can cook together. I don't mind. If you're in the DFW area, just subscribe to my page. Comment, like. You can even inbox me if you're in the DFW area. We can get together, and I can teach you some things in the kitchen. So, I enjoy cooking. This is what I do. This is what I'm used to. And I have a lot of fun in my kitchen. I make it fun. So, I'm going to start adding my stuff to my risotto. I'll put this to the side. So this broccoli and all the juices is going to go in there. Then we'll get this risotto stirred up. You can add shrimp in this dish. You can add, like I'm doing the chicken, you can do shrimp in there. See, this is the broccoli, garlic, butter, herb, risotto. So that's ready. And we're going to serve that with our chicken. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Let me get this dog some cheese before I have to hurt him. That'll keep him busy for a minute. He'll eat that. He loves cheese. This dog loves cheese. He's a brat. So, we done with that. And let me check on my vegetables. We don't want to overdo them. Yeah, that's coming out pretty. They're looking good, you guys. So, it's good. It's okay to stir my chicken now. I'm going to add some more butter. And I'm going to add some more olive oil for the third batch. I love to cook. This is just what I do. If you looking for me, you can find me in my kitchen. That's where I'm always at. My camera looking a little slotted. So, yeah. So, you can always find me in my kitchen. Creole Roots is always in her kitchen. So, cooking up something, stirring up something. That's what I do. That's what I live to do. I go to sleep thinking about what I could do in the kitchen. I love coming to you on Sundays. We're going to celebrate together. New Orleans style. So, like I said, if you have any meal suggestions, you want to see what I could do, we'll even bake a cake or brownies or something in the kitchen. So I'm going to add a little bit more butter. Let me just scrape my pan up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get some more of that butter in there, or I'm dropping stuff. Gotta watch out, kitchens are dangerous. Make sure you wear the proper shoes and stuff when you're cooking, because kitchens can be dangerous. But of course I have on slippers, because I'm in my own kitchen. But guess what? It is just alright. So add a little more oil. We're going to get some more of this chicken in here. Get this meat spread out. That butter and olive oil mixture is so good when you're cooking and searing meat and stuff like that. It's so good. They blend so good together. I'm starting to smell a seasoning getting in my throat and stuff. I'm smelling that seasoning. It's getting to me a little bit. So if you hear me coughing, we good. So, don't crowd your pan. No steaming meat unless you're on a special diet and that's all you can eat. If it's not a lobster, you don't want to steam a chicken breast. Okay? You steam vegetables. You don't let meat steam. You want to get some good flavor from the meat. So, and there you have it. We got everything going. Let me get this knife up before we have an accident. So we got the risotto going on. We got the blackened chicken breast. We got our salmon on the side. Things are looking good, looking up. We got our vegetables in the oven I'm about to pull out. And we have a lot of cleanup in this kitchen to do. So I really appreciate you guys joining me every Sunday, sometimes on Saturday, might be on a Tuesday. We don't know. But I'm going to come to you as I get things in my head, as I feel like cooking it, and then I'll get it out to you. So, I'm going to go ahead, take a look at this casserole. It's coming out beautiful. Gonna be good and flavorful. I just want to keep checking it. I'm loving how it's looking. We letting our meat set. I'll start putting away some of these things because I don't need my seasoning anymore. We're good to go. I'll pull this meat. This is my blackened chicken. You guys see that? Isn't it beautiful? That looks great. So we got our blackened seasoning here. Just put this up. Big things happening in the kitchen here. In the kitchen with Angela. I'm Angela, Creole Roots Girl. Thank you for joining me. All you babies are welcome. All right. So, we're almost done. This is our last set of chicken. And then I'm going to be letting you guys go for the rest of the day. Like I said, we're going to have some trivia dealing with New Orleans folk, our roots, our heritage, our rituals, what we do when we celebrate, when we come together at funerals, or just to go hang out on the lakefront or see the Indians doing Mardi Gras time. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. You can, like I said, subscribe to my channel. We have more things coming. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to start flipping my chicken. And this chicken is looking really good. It's moist. It's keeping the right consistency. Just flipping my chicken over. And man, chicken breast is so good when it's cooked right. It really is. It's a good part of the meat. It's lean. You're working out, trying to stay healthy, trying to get some pounds off your protein is the way to go. Protein, a lot of protein. It's the way you cook your protein, though, that gives you the health benefits. You don't want to slather everything in gravy. If you use gravy, say about a teaspoon or two on top of your meat, that's just enough. You don't need it fully saturated in gravy. Just like eating a salad. You don't want the salad overwhelmed with salad dressing. There's no health benefits to it. So they say about 2 tablespoons. Well, you know we ain't going for no 2 tablespoons on no salad. That's just grass, right? So we're going to add at least a cup. You know that's wrong, but we do. The dressing have more in the bowl than the salad do. But you know how we are as people. We got to have flavor. Salad don't taste like nothing. Shoot. But guess what? I like salad. I always have. And I'll eat it any day of the week. But I also had to learn with salad, you can't just overwhelm your bowl with dressings that could be loaded with stuff you shouldn't be having. Especially when you're trying to maintain a healthy diet and lose weight. So, thank you so much for joining me in this kitchen. It's wonderful to have you guys. This chicken breast is my last batch. We did 3 to 4 batches of this blackened chicken breast. It came out great. It's excellent. And we're going to get off this channel today. And I'm going to go take a walk with my dog. It takes us an hour and a half to walk because he has to stop and smell the roses. You know, this dog is a trip. He old, he runs me. Well, what can I say? Yeah, so, all right, it's time to go ahead and look into checking on my vegetables again. You don't want to overdo them and burn your cheese. Yeah, they pretty. I'm loving this. This is going to be a good dish. And I appreciate everyone for joining me in my channel. I gotta scrape the fat off of every one of my salmon. And we're gonna do some crab cakes one day. I enjoyed that video with the lamb chop. That was a good video too. So if you're in the DFW area, or no matter what area you're in, if you can't reach out to me physically, because you're not in my area, you can reach out to me on my channel. So now that the meat has done its thing, it's rested, now I can start moving it around. Now I can start moving my meat around, because you want the meat to get the coating on the front in the back. So now that it has done its 5 minutes, I'm gonna turn off this pan. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more because it's tender and it's juicy. It's maintained because I had it on a proper heat and I didn't disturb it. Came out beautiful, you guys. So I'll just show you what I'm talking about. It's good and tender. Look at that meat there. It's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'll try a piece. Very good, delicious, very tender. Tastes perfect. So I'm gonna get these over into my pan so they could stop the cooking process. And then I'll give you a close-up on my blackened chicken nuggets. So I cooked several things in my meal prep today. Very quick and easy. No trouble at all. The first thing you have to do is you gotta prep the day before. You gotta prep. You gotta prep. You gotta prep. If you want anything done, you have to prep. That's just the way it goes. If you're very busy, you know, you're working, you have kids, all those things, it's important to prep the day before to get things ready so you can get a productive week, eat the right things, and get a move on. So here is my beautiful chicken breast nuggets, blackened chicken breast nuggets. It's wonderful, you guys. I appreciate you for joining me here today. I'm going to pull out my vegetable bake out of the oven. It's ready. It smells fabulous. Look at that. Beautiful. That is beautiful. You hear that sizzle? This is a real good, healthy meal. So, we all ready. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's Sunday. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day.